Hello everybody, we are on this work order. This is a GE dishwasher, but it could be any brand, Amana, Frigidaire, Whirlpool, whatever. The problem with this is that the water is not going into the unit, it's not washing, it's not starting. Usually the first thing you do, you unplug it for a few minutes and then plug it back to reset it, and then if that was a problem, it's gonna work again. Another part that might be faulty is the float. If the float is dirty or is stuck or is just not working, then it's not gonna work properly. It's not gonna send the signal to the control board to tell the fill valve to work. So it could be the fill valve that is faulty, and when it gets the power to open, it's not opening, so no water goes inside. Or it could be the control board that is not working, and it's just you need another board. But this one doesn't have a float. This one has a pressure sensor, and we're going to talk about that. Pressure sensor faulty. First, let's talk about what it's supposed to do and then what it doesn't supposed to do. So when you turn the dishwasher on, the pump is supposed to run for 2 to 5 seconds, and then it sends the signal to the control board that everything is okay, and then the fill valve will open. But what's happening here is that the pump stays on for 2 minutes, and then the fill valve never comes on, and then the system shuts off, and then nothing happens. So this is our problem. Some dishwashers have a float here, so when the water rises, it shuts it off. But this dishwasher has a pressure sensor, and it's underneath. I'm gonna show it to you. So let me show you this. This is the pressure sensor. We're going to start troubleshooting, so turn the unit off at the breaker or from the cord. So now I'm gonna show you where the pressure switch is inside. So we're gonna open up the door. Then you're gonna pull the lower rack. And then this is the filter. You're gonna twist it to the left and then pull it out. And right there, that's where the pressure switch is. The job of the pressure switch is to sense the water around it, and if it's safe, it's gonna tell the fill valve to open or not to open. So that's why it's very important to clean your filter periodically to avoid this nuisance. So we're gonna go under the dishwasher, and the access panel is right there. We're gonna remove one screw there and one screw over there. And then the kick plate to the controls comes out. And then if you see that that sensor, that's the turbidity sensor that senses dirty water, and if there's a green light, I'm gonna show it to you in a minute. If the water is not clean, it's gonna allow the dishwasher to run a little bit longer. That's a green light. But the pressure sensor is right there. So it might have water, so I'll put a towel underneath. So you're gonna turn to the left counterclockwise a little bit, just so it breaks the connection, and then you're gonna pull it out. Pull towards you a little bit, and you're gonna have some water, of course, and then you're gonna pull it a little bit, and be careful, it has a cord. Is the electrical connection right there. So now we're gonna unplug the connection right there. So let's unplug it. So this sensor is just like the float. If there's a lot of water in the unit, it's gonna tell the fill valve not to turn the water on. If it has no water, because the pump took it out, then it's going to tell the fill valve to turn the water back on to continue with the cycle. And we're going to open it up to show you. The sensor is right here. So just open up those tabs and see all that dirt in there. It's telling the sensor that there's a lot of water when there's no water. So because that dirt, it has some pressure on it, it thinks that there's water, but there's no water. So that's why your unit is turning off right away, thinking that if it turns the water back on, it's going to flood the unit. So we installed the new one already. If you see it right there through the video right there. So now we're going to turn it on and we'll see what happens. Turn the power back on and let's test. We're going to turn it on. And remember, before you turn it on and the pump starts, but then the pump continues for 2 minutes and then it shuts everything off. Now we're going to see what happens. Now you're going to hear the pump. That's the pump. Just 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And now the water is running. I don't know if you hear it. Can you hear the water? Now the water is running because the sensor is telling the dishwasher that everything is okay, that there's no water inside. And now in a couple minutes, it's gonna start the cycle. And remember the green light I told you? Right there on the sensor, that senses if the water is dirty or not.
So that was it.
Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next video.